Hello there. Welcome to another episode. These episodes of this series, "This Too Shall Pass," are going to end soon. Um, I was looking over all the episodes, and basically, they're all pretty like downer type episodes. But I was just recording for myself all the stress and all the anxiety and depression bouts that I have. And whenever that happens, I figure I'm just going to record this and just get out my feelings, kind of like my own way of therapy. And I put it out there, not for anybody to actually listen, but if you are listening, well, thanks. Uh, there's really no purpose of trying to get likes and views. I just do it for myself. And for any of my friends who are interested to see how I'm doing. Um, but I think. I'll be done with the recording myself when I'm pretty stressed out. You all know the situation. If not, just go back from the beginning and just watch through all of them. Uh, so these next episodes, I'm just going to concentrate on just, how I get by, like today. So I had to pick up a prescription, and I don't like driving into town much. I don't like being around a lot of people. It's just, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older. Well, I am getting older, but I don't know. I'm not too keen on being around big crowds anymore or anything like that. But sometimes, I have to go to town to pick up, like today, I had to pick up some food supplies, and my brother in law, he was already gone. I think he had a doctor's appointment or whatever. But, and so I'm, I have to force myself to go. Today I went to Kroger's market, and it was a Friday afternoon, and it was busy. And I almost didn't go in because there's a lot of people. However, I just sucked it up, grabbed a cart, concentrated on my shopping list, went and got my shit uh, without incident. And what I mean by incident is that this happens a lot. There will be people who will be blocking a whole aisle or whatever, and they'll just be talking. And one thing about people here in the South, they love to talk. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But then, like, at times, like, say if I'm checking out from a bank or another store somewhere, people start talking to me, and of course I'll just talk back. I go into auto mode because sometimes I get pretty, the anxiety kicks in. So, and then it's like I want to leave, but I don't want to interrupt them and seem like I'm in a hurry. So I sit there and I'll just listen, and I'll comment back or reply back, short but sweet, because I'm trying to get out of the conversation. And then when I see an opening, I go, yeah, well, I got to go. Then I leave, and then when after I leave that situation, I'm like so relieved. It's like, okay, the anxiety slowly goes away, and I don't know why I get like that. I just do. I mean, I can talk to this camera all day because I'm just talking to camera. There's nobody around me except for my dogs. But when I'm out in public, it's weird now. I don't know why, but I'm working on it. So I forced myself to go into Kroger's. I got my food. I got the heck out. Then, uh, surprisingly, the traffic wasn't that bad. I mean, there were a lot of people getting off of work, but I didn't feel the anxiety driving in the traffic. And the traffic here isn't much compared to back in California, but still, I just would rather, go when, um, there's no crowds or anything. I was thinking of shopping at night because there's way less traffic. But at night I can't see very well, and out here we're way out in the boonies, and it gets pretty dark, and I have to drive with my brights on, and you got to watch out for deer. Okay, so today though, today's we'll just call it a fun incident. I didn't realize. Uh, well, let me just tell you what happened. I have a weakness for Girl Scout cookies. I love Girl Scout cookies. So I went shopping, and as soon as I got out of the main the first exit from the store, there's a little room, and then there's another exit out to the parking lot. Well, in that one indoor, that first exit, after that, there was these two girls. I should say two women. They weren't Girl Scouts. I know that. They looked older, but I'd say they're probably in their 20s, mid 20s. Anyways, when I left, I was relieved, going, "Oh, okay, I'm out of here. Fuck this." Then I saw the Girl Scout cookie stand, and I just stopped. I go, "No way!" And the two girls, they answered back, "Yes way," and we started laughing. So I'm sitting there, and I think my love for shush. My love for Girl Scout cookies and the fact that I was hungry overcame my nervousness. And of course, I just go into auto mode. I asked the girls, "Hey, man, do you guys take debit cards?" And then they go, "Yes, we do." And I go, "Uh-oh." And they were like, "No, what's wrong?" I go, "Oh, man." I go, "I really shouldn't spend this money on cookies, but I love Girl Scout cookies, man." And then we got to talk. I usually won't hold the conversations, but then again, I was kind of like in a good mood. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll suffer later because I'm spending like gas money I should save. But Girl Scout cookies, man, I just love them. We got to talking, and it ended up I was making them laugh. I wasn't out there trying to be smooth and all that. I was just letting them know that the weather here's crazy. I came from California, blah, 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 blah. And I told them, yeah, your weather's bipolar. They started laughing, and, we kind of joked around, and I finally felt somewhat normal, you know, and I was relaxed, and I'm like, whoa. I took all my meds this morning, so I don't know if the meds helped. I don't know. I think it was just the Girl Scout cookies. It was so off the wall. I just stopped. I talked. I purchased some, and then I left, and I felt pretty good. And you know, that was the that was a moment. It was you know, I mean, like earlier, I was kind of like down and depressed because every day I wake up, I always think about, damn, I should have had most of this house built already, and and still have money to at least function. You know, $200 or less a month, and and yeah, it's very cheap to live here in Kentucky, but still $200 or less, it ain't cutting it. It's not cutting it. So I have to I have to really watch my fucking money, and it sucks because it's like I'm not used to living like that. I've always made my own money, but this situation just it's something I cannot control, and it was my decision that got me here. So I'm not I'm trying not to complain, but I bitch a lot because it fucking hurts, man. And I won't be like this. I'll be like this probably. Well, it depends. Um, in May, things can get better, or in a year and a half, things will get better. I'm hoping in May things will get better. I'm just going to put it that way. Because if that happens, then you'll probably see a better me. Because then I can afford to be distracted and not concentrate on how I'm living like shit at the moment. But hey, at least I'm still alive, right? But like I said, man, I mean, I know I keep repeating this, but you go live without a toilet or plumbing for a year and a half. You go live without heat or air conditioning for a year and a half. You go deal with surviving for a year and a half. Without the conveniences of having like a home in the suburbs, like I had. And it'll fucking get to you, man. And today, I just happened to be having an okay day, you know, and I'll take it, you know. Even that small conversation with the ladies at the Girl Scout stand, that made me feel pretty happy. I don't know anybody here. I know like one or two people um, that I can call like a friend. That's it. But then again, my homeboy P Dog coming from Oxnard, well, actually, he was living in Pomona, I believe. He's moving here. He's going to be here in like 2 or 3 days. So, things will be a little better with him around, and we get into some shit and, show him the possibilities and of living here, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than California, and he's got a good chance to make his dream come true, which is like my dream, is like owning some land, having a small house on this land, and just you know not be in the city, not be in the crowds, not be just like, I mean, here's my front door. Right across the street is another mountain. And over that ledge that up there, that's where the moon comes up, and the sun too. You get sunrises over that mountain, and it's fucking beautiful view. I could sit on my stairs out there and just sit and stare. Uh, the leaves are starting to turn green again, meaning I really gotta watch all the weeds out here because they overgrow. The weeds, you want to call them weeds? There's different vines and plants that grow up to 5-6 feet tall. I got wild elderberry bushes that get pretty thick. I gotta keep an eye out on those. What I can't wait is for the wild blackberries and raspberries to kick in, because the bottom part of my yard, that shit sprouts everywhere. And last year I was taking advantage of that, and I was having fresh berries like almost every day in the summer. Speaking of summer, I'm not looking forward to that, because 85 degrees and above with 80 to 100% humidity, it's going to be just as bad as the cold ass winters, except it's going to be super hot. Hopefully I'll have my my generator fixed, and if that gets fixed, then there's a chance I can run my air conditioner right there during this summer, and things will be a little better. Now, when I run that air conditioner, it doesn't mean this whole area gets cooled down. Only means right here where I'm at, they'll be blowing a lot of cold air. Wait, where is it? Do I have that? Oh, okay, check this out. You want to see what my air conditioning from last year was? See this thing? It blows air. It's USB. I plug it into that thing right there, that speaker, and I have a squirt bottle, and I put this on high. That's my fucking air conditioner. So there's a few times where I was afraid for my dogs because their tongues were out and they were drooling, and I was trying to keep them cool. Fuck, man, it's rough. So if I could get that air conditioner running, if I could get the generator started, I could use that air conditioner and I have a bigger fan. I could use that to keep us cool. Plus the squirt bottles. Plus, if I can afford it, I'm gonna buy me one of those plastic kiddie pools they have at Dollar General that they only sell for like $20. If I could come up with money for that, I'll buy a little pool and throw the dogs in there, even though they don't like water. Uh, it'll keep them cool. God, I hope in May things work out, because say if things work out, I can continue building my house, and I will put a deck out front. I got a lot of plans for this place, and it's too bad things worked out the way they did when I moved here. But and once again, the blessings I got out of having to survive is that I learned survivalist skills. So once again, if shit hits the fan and everybody's going nuts, like in the big cities and shit, to me it'll be just another day. It's like, and even when I do fix up this house, I'm still gonna try to use stay off grid and use natural energy. Like I am going to get a solar system, power system put in. I want to run off solar, and as for like my stoves and kitchen stuff, I'll run off of the propane bottles that I've been using, because wow, man, $20 for a 20-gallon bottle of propane and a camping stove. That shit, that's $20 every 4 to 6 months you're spending on gas cooking. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And as for an oven, I just use my barbecue. I could get a cheap what do you call that, flat grill uh for it, not the screen kind, but just plain flat piece of metal. And I could use that as an oven, cooking pizzas. I've cooked pizzas on my barbecue before, and it worked. But I need something like a flat, grill, not a screen type grill. So next time when I can afford the flat grill part, I'm going to get that, and then I'll try cooking a pizza or try making some bread, and I'll cook it in the barbecue system I have, and we'll see how that comes out. Okay, so basically that's all for now. It's a different kind of vlog today. No, I'm not going to talk about the depression, anxiety fits anymore. Know that I do go through that shit at least twice or 3 times a day, especially like before I sleep and when I wake up. Because I'm always, like I said, I'm always reminded that I'm living kind of I'm not living in a luxurious way. I'm living in almost like a homeless type survival way. Um, like I don't have running water anymore because I can't afford to pay that. I'm not getting enough money per month to pay that anymore. So it's like, and I need that. I'm going to need that water in the summer because I was taking showers outside using my hose, or hopefully a nice big thunderstorm come by and I'll take advantage of taking showers that way. But now I had to shut the water off because I'm not receiving enough money monthly to keep going with that, because I also have to pay $65 phone bill and another $60 storage bill for my stuff in California. And say I'm getting 200, let's just say I'm getting $200 a month, right? Well, already 125, 130 goes to other things. And then there's gas. I have to buy gas. Like each time I buy gas, I spend about 20, $25. So let's just say 130. I'll just say 130, 25. That's 155 on gas. But sometimes I get it twice a month, so that's like let's say 130 plus 40, that's 170 on gas. Leaves me with $30 for what? For fucking what? More gas. That's it. That's how I've been living since, I think, January or February. And that really upsets me. I mean, fuck, dude. It upsets me. But I keep pushing because there's going to be a day where the income will come in, and goddamn, I hope I don't have some kind of heart attack or something from all the fucking stress. Because if that happens, I swear to God, if I die, if I could come back and haunt some motherfuckers, I'll make it to where it's worse than The Exorcist, dude. Because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I should not have to be in this position right now. But my generosity got the best of me, and it got taken advantage of, and I'm not fucking happy about that. But I got to stop being mad and stop, even though I'm reminded of it every day. I'm reminded of it when I have to go take a leak, because I don't pee in a bottle at all. I go outside. I have to go out in that wilderness from 1 a.m. to like 4:30 in the morning, and it's spooky. But every time I'm out there, I'm freezing my balls off. Well, lately it's been cold, but not freeze cold. And it sucks having to get up, unravel myself from all the blankets, getting the dogs off me, going out there, taking a leak, coming back in, put everything back on, and get to sleep again. And you lose that warmth because I'm out there having to take a fucking leak, dude. I've been living like this since I got here. Okay, I'm turning this into a downer thing, so fuck all that. Today was fun. I got Girl Scout cookies to look forward to after I eat. The dogs are cool. I got them food. So I'm going to try to not vent anymore. But if I do, just hang in there. And I'm going to try to talk about the positive things. And I don't know. But today was an okay day. I'll take it. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in.